So anyway, I've been waiting on this part from CJC for quite a while. Their shipping is awesome, so I'm not going to talk shit on them. But UPS really dropped the ball. I've got the shop app, which you have to download to see a lot of stuff that you order nowadays, especially if you buy through Apple Pay. And it was able to give me the tracking along the way. And I'm not plugged in by shop and I'm not plugged in by CJC. I'm just giving you guys some info. So that's how I know their shipping is on point, because I ordered this thing and the next day the label was created and it went out, because almost said F word. That would have been too soon. We would have lost some money one day. That's how I was able to track it. And knew that they were on the ball. They shipped this thing out right away. It was on the way to me very quickly. And then, yeah, it sat in UPS in Lenexa, Kansas, which is just, basically in the Kansas City metro area for those not familiar, about 20 minutes away. So it just sat there for 4 days for no reason. I mean, we got a little snow, but we get snow all the time. So figure it out. UPS, come on, man. Anyway, this is a part I've been waiting for the Power Wagon series, budget friendly light build. Some people might still think it's expensive for lights in your truck, considering they already come with lights, but it's what it is, man. I like lights. I'm going to see if I'm dark and I want to see something, I'm going to turn the damn lights on. So this was the last piece to my puzzle. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, it was really cold. And I'm really impatient kind of guy. So I actually did install the lights and the switch panel already, and I didn't film it because it was like 14, 15 degrees the other day. And I really just didn't feel like messing with the camera, to be completely honest. Not that I didn't want you guys to see, but I will show you the after, and it's relatively elementary when we're talking about wiring up something of this level. And if you can follow basic instructions and know your left and right and how to tighten and loosen a bolt, we can get there together. So if you guys can hear this in the background, these are my two meathead dogs. Anyway, CJC part, I believe they 3D print these, if I remember in a video or a article I read from them. They 3D print these. This is a item specific for the Dodge 5th Gen 2500s. It goes up in the top in the sunglass cubby, pen cubby, above the screen. If you got the 12.5-inch screen, there's a little cubby. I don't know about the smaller screens. I just know that's the screen I got. And there's a little cubby up there and an outlet, and then there's two screws. And looks like right here, you can definitely tell by the way this looks that it was for sure 3D printed. So I do remember reading that. But it's great. It's got the little knobs that go in where the stock rubber liner for that tray would go. So that's going to link in there nicely, and nice screw slots, because like I said, it's 3D printed. So it's, as calibrated as you could get. So yes, this right here, if this was still in the box, like I said, if I didn't install it, I wasn't impatient, but it's the 8-gang switch panel. Clips right into here. And then the wire runs through the back. So then you can have essentially what looks like something, this focuses, sorry, that came directly out of Mopar or Dodge, wherever you want to call it, Ram. It's a great piece. I'm very impressed with this. So we'll get in the truck and see how it looks. I'm sorry, T20 Torx bit to get the 2 screws out of the top of this shroud. Surprisingly, folks, that's all that holds in this this dash for the Ram, along with the clips. So we're going to pull this off. So this is a little nerve-wracking for your first time doing it. But yeah, all you're going to do is pull those 2 screws out of the top and give this a good couple of yanks. You'll hear it start to break free. It's seriously just held in with the plastic body clips. I know it feels like you're ripping your dashboard off, but that is what's needed to do to pull that out, poke the hole, and get it moved over to this side. So, like I stated, that new hole is on this side, so that's going to require me to poke a hole right about here. So we're going to measure twice, cut once. It's a good philosophy. Hopefully you can understand me. I got a drill bit hanging out of my mouth. But it looks like from the center of that hole, which you always measure to the center of a hole if you're measuring for it to drill, looks like it's almost exactly 2 inches off that corner. And this goes flush with the bottom of this mount. So as long as it's within, you know, a 1/4 inch of the bottom corner of that, I'm going to be safe. So 2 inches to the center of that, and we'll be good to go. As you can see, I measured out 2 inches. Got it marked with a little white paint pen, so I can see it on the black. And then I've got myself a pretty small, I don't know, it's a something 330 seconds. It was a 9/16 that I had to take it to on just a standard step up bit. For those of you who don't know, that's a step up bit. You can see 9/16 right there. I took it up to that ring, gave it a good little spin. Go slow with these, especially when you're drilling on plastic. These will rip straight through that plastic very quickly. So go very slow. Use caution when using this so you don't, you know, rip through your dash, because we want to keep this thing all factory looking, is the goal. So that's through. I'll get that connected on the back side. I'll push this back in, and then I'm going to run those 2 screws back in. Most likely not going to film all that just because it's kind of cumbersome to try to work and film with a phone. I don't have a lot of technology here yet, you guys, so bear with me. I'll see if I can set the phone up. If not, it'll just be back together assembled. But we're 2 screws and lining the clips up and just pushing them back in the same way I showed you how to remove it. Just give it a gentle push in and you'll hear them pop into place and go around the whole circle. All right, well, there you have it, folks. The AUXBEAM 8-gang switch panel and the CJC Off Road AUXBEAM switch panel mount. Don't quote me 100%. I think 139 or 169 for the 8-beam switch panel. 100 for the